everyone, welcome to part 47. Sorry I kind of abruptly cut off at the end there. Didn't want to fight that Flymon. Anyway, we are still looking for Yamato and Takeru, given that we found all the other kids. But we already know Yamato and Takeru aren't going to be together. So I think we want to go this way. Past the save point, I'm presuming. I shouldn't need to save, I should be fine. Anyway, there's Yamato, having been beaten up by Pinocchimon. Well, Pinocchimon's a mega, I'm surprised he didn't kill Yamato. Given that the Digimon can't even stand up to him. So, we find Yamato, who explains that Takeru's been taken away by Pinocchimon. That sneaky bastard! How dare he ask Takeru to go away and play with them? Especially considering he's an evil bastard that wants to kill Takeru. Anyway, while we're all reunited apart from Takeru, we are confronted by this chap, or lass. Is Kiwimon supposed to be a boy or a girl? I mean, I know Digimon technically don't have genders, but you know, you always tend to... You hit on those Digimon that, you know, seem like obvious gender stereotypes, like Pinocchimon and God. Pinocchimon and Takeru, they're obviously female. So, I don't know. But Kiwimon's here to stop us from going after Pinocchimon and getting Takeru back. Little knowing that Takeru's smart enough and got away on his own. So Kiwimon attacks. I don't think you can use Yamato in this fight. I'm not 100% sure. Because Yamato was firmly against taking out Kiwimon because he wanted to question Kiwimon as to where Takeru was. Whereas Taichi was more than happy to just fight the bastard. I can't say I blame him. We are playing an RPG after all. Just want to get on with the fighting. Okay, let's get you 11 on to the next level. Well, you know what I mean. Kiwimon's not a tough fight. I'd probably mark him as the equivalent of Scorpiomon a couple of parts ago. Bit defensive, but really not much else other than that. Shouldn't have too much issue. Got the... Yeah. It's a good thing we've got Wargreymon in this fight, because Wargreymon just annihilates Kiwimon. So we wanna... I don't even care about what the ultimate's attacking with, because they're not really doing much. It's mainly going to be Wargreymon that dishes out the damage. I'll take team action. I'll definitely take team action wherever they come. So, yeah, still got that attack up. Of course. It's probably going to stay on Wargreymon. Well, I don't really have any intention of removing it. It's a damn useful ability. And I don't really care that I'm using Gaia Force because... Well... It doesn't matter if I run out of SP in this fight because the episode comes to a close after this anyway. Then we go into a new episode and all the SP and all that is recovered anyway. Well, that's good. I'm glad that happened. It gives me a chance to attack again. Die, Kiwimon. Really, there's nothing to Kiwimon. In fact, I'd say Kiwimon's probably slightly easier than Scorpiomon. But then again, with Scorpiomon, I chose to take him on with 2 ultimates and no mega. So, that's probably what I get for doing that. You shouldn't really have any trouble with this loser. We kill him. Yamato gets pissed off. Because obviously he knew where Takeru was. Jesus Christ, man, don't get hysterical. And Takeru returns right at that moment anyway. Don't underestimate the little kid. He clearly knew what he was doing. And Takeru like regales them all of his tale, how he got away. And his clever little ploy. And all the other kids are like, well done, you're awesome, blah blah blah. And Yamato gets upset by it. I mean, Jesus Christ. You'd think you'd be proud of your little brother for actually working out how to get away from that on his own. Would you prefer him to have stayed with Pinocchimon and potentially have been killed? Fucking hell, Yamato. Now's not the time to get stroppy because you weren't the one that came to your little brother's rescue. He's growing up, you motherfucker. Anyway, Pinocchiomon's pissed off about Takeru tricking him. So, well, that's not going to be the end of it. Oh, subquest. Okay. I don't recall much about the subquest. I think it's like there's a bunch of Koromon who are injured and we need to find medicine for them. Obviously, at this point we've noticed that Yamato's fucked off somewhere. Well, that's his own fault if he wants to be a fucking spoilt brat. Yamato is a big boy. If he wants to cop a strop because he wasn't the big saviour, that's his own issue. So we decided we're gonna look for Yamato. Of course, we can't do this without all the kids together, even if one of them is being a total cockhead. So this subquest is pretty, like I say, it's pretty straightforward. You just go ahead, keep going upward, and you'll find a Koromon, I believe. Pretty straightforward. There's nothing much to be said about this. Anyway, in the next area we find an injured Koromon, and yeah, we go up and talk to it. I'm not quite sure who injured the Koromon or why, but well, let's just work under the assumption that the Dark Masters are arseholes, because that seems to have served us well so far. So there's another Koromon, or group of Koromon, I'm not sure, further on in the woods, and that are even more injured, and we need to go and get some medicine for it. First off, we need to find that Koromon. So what we want to do is we want to head up. Can't remember exactly where this Koromon is. Probably more towards the left than the right. Avoid the fuck. Stay away from me, Flymon. I don't want to fight you. I think this is where we gotta go. I don't recall it taking me long to find Koromon. Don't want to fight you, especially not you, because you're useless. At this stage, there's really no point in fighting Mushroom. Oh, nah, I don't want to fight you either. You gotta love how this game is kind enough to present you with 3 bug types to fight. I'm not talking about Pokemon. I've got to try and consider getting a move on with Diamond. The old laptop's kind of buggered, so I may have to record it on the new one and just not mind so much if the sound comes out really bad. Anyway, a bunch of Coromon come up and they don't even look fucking injured. Fraudsters. But nonetheless, we agreed to help find medicine for them. Maybe it was the other Coromon that we found earlier that was injured. Anyway, we want to backtrack now. I can't be fucked with a save point in all honesty. So, I want to avoid you because I really don't want to fight you again. I'm not in the mood. I'm desperately trying to keep my eyes peeled for blue sparkles because that's obviously what we're looking for again. Everything is kind of displayed as blue fucking sparkles and not an actual item in itself. So we want to head down. There's nothing in this area. So once we arrive here, Hikari points out one set of medicine. And when she talks to you, well, not yet. We need to pick up the medicine first, obviously. Oh, you fucking idiot! That douchebag got in my way. I didn't see him coming till it was too late. Oy vey. Sounds like I'm driving on the fucking road, doesn't it? I don't drive, by the way. And because of that, I was completely thrown as to where I had to go. I forgot that I was heading down towards that medicine because that battle actually did take a little bit of a while. It shouldn't have done, given that I have a Mega on my team, but shit happens. I'm gonna put some Digichips on Yamato's, well, on Garbumon because there is going to be a fight in the next episode, well, at the end of this particular part, where we take on a Digimon. And I really would rather be prepared. Like, I don't think the fight's difficult, but hey, there's no harm in being prepared and being safe and careful. Oy vey. Okay, that'll do. I'm not fussed. And I realised I was heading back down and I nearly run into Flymon again. Cock. Anyway, that's the first set of medicine. Hikari will say something and you need to pick option 2 in order to rank up with her. Given that Taichi is one of those that needs to rank up with her, it's a good opportunity, if any. So, that's that. We get the opportunity to rank up with Hikari again as Taichi. We also get the opportunity to rank up with Kushiro. So, like I say, keep your eyes peeled for these. With Kushiro, you want option 2. And that's that. And there's one more set of sparkles that I need to find, and that will enable us to rank up with Hikari again. And admittedly, it took me a while to find them. I do apologise. Can't believe it took me a long time to find them. Mainly because when I was looking at the walkthrough for this, it kind of implied that, you know, the 2 medicines where you rank up with Hikari were quite close together, and the one with Kushiro was after that. Maybe it's just the way that I read it. But no, the 2 medicines where you rank up with Hikari are nowhere near each other, okay? Just to clarify that. I kept scouring around this particular area, just thinking, oh, it has to be here. And it isn't, okay? Just to get that out there, it is not here. You'll have rocks blocking off the ways where you can't go, which I suppose is kind of helpful. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna find myself running around in fucking circles like an idiot. Oh, I do apologise, people. Like I said, the way I read that walkthrough, it kind of confused me. And yes, I did resort to a walkthrough. I have no shame in saying that because, you know, lack of understanding and stuff, and I want to be able to get all my rank ups. So I feel no guilt, okay? So you want to head down, because obviously there's no rocks blocking this way. Obviously you would assume that it would be in here. Nope. Continue to head down. Okay, so it must be in here. In this next area. And I'm pretty sure it is, actually. It's gotta be. Ah. Ah. Go away. So I'm just kind of scouring along the edges here, thinking it's got to be here somewhere. There it is! And you get to rank up with Hikari again. And this time around you pick option 1. I'm so lucky I got those two the right way round. But yeah. That's that sub-quest done. Just find 3 medicines and then that's the end of that sub-quest. It's not a very long one. You don't get to fight any boss or any sort. Which I'm not going to complain too much about, because otherwise I'd be here for even longer. So now that we've helped out the Koromon, let's go and find Yamato. You know, that prick. I'm sorry, but when I was watching the anime when I was younger, I just thought, wow. I get that you always want to protect your little sibling, but you have to accept that they're growing up. And then he goes on to behave even more dickishly, and, well, you'll see what I mean. In the next part in particular. And yeah. And that draws that sub-quest to a conclusion, and now we've got to go and find Yamato. Now, there are 2 leaders in this particular episode. I'm going to put Hikari in just in case I need her, but I don't think that I will be able to use her. Because there is a particularly tough fight I have to face in this particular episode with Wargreymon. Mind you, you're not going to be seeing that fight until the next part either. But there is one fight in this part that I will be showcasing before this part comes to an end. We're still looking for Yamato. Because he can't take the fact that his little brother may not need him as much as he likes. Well, the anime kind of later reveals that there's a lot more to it. And it has a lot to do with Yamato's own insecurities. Like I say, it's things like that. That's kind of the reason why I appreciate the Digimon anime over the Pokemon one. I still like the Pokemon anime, but it's just... I really need to be in the mood to watch it, because it is... It's not really... It's kind of mind-numbing in a way. Whereas this at least has, like, a good, decent plotline going for it. Anyway, Hikari hears that voice. I don't know if it was for the first time or for the second time, but you know, she's hearing voices again. Sign of madness, Hikari's sign of madness. So I want to make sure that... Right, I'm going to take these off of you, because I'm... Or take that off of you at least. I'm not going to be using you at all, so I can probably get rid of all your Digichips. And maybe Joe's as well. But I'm mainly focusing on the Digichips that I really want to use in the next fight. Because I want Agumon. And I'm pretty sure that the fight coming up with Agumon, I don't have the option to, I'm pretty sure I go into this fight with Agumon and I don't have the option to, have any other Digimon in the fight with me. It's just Wargreymon. So I really want to have a healing item on board just to be safe. So that's HP 2000. I mean, it is at the cost of some attack, but I think it's more important to be able to heal myself in a pinch and not have to constantly rely on items, because that should do me. I'm going to save real quick. Okay. Right, that's that. And we get Sneemon chasing after us. Oh, and there's Blossomon. I don't think we've ever come across one of them before, but I have no desire to pick a fight with one because I've got things to do. They're not very fast either. Can't say I'm surprised, but we reached this point and I think that's it for Taichi. It beggars the question, what was the point of having that little section with Taichi, but okay. We switched over to Yamato, who's very broody. Yes, Takeru got away on his own. Get over it. Well, actually, that may not be what he's on about, but yeah. But Takeru definitely has a lot to do with it, and Taichi also factors in. And let's just say there's a lot more going on here than just, oh, Takeru got away. I didn't get a chance to be the knight in shining armour. It has a lot to do with Yamato's own insecurities. And I suppose you do silly, stupid things when you're insecure. Believe me, I should know. So, we want to move through this area, which is completely different to all the areas that Taichi and his friends are in. There's an item up here. I'll grab that. Items are always good. Right. Any other items? Is there anything over here? Oh, it's a save point. But I don't really need it. I mean, I saved with Taichi. Why would I save again with Yamato? That's just being a bit over the top. And I know that's generally what I have been like prior to this point, but I don't care. There's an item here. And you just want to keep moving along this path, because you're about to enter a boss fight with Yamato. So make sure Gobumon's all digi-chipped up as you need him to be. I wouldn't say it's too much of an issue though. Anyway, we are greeted by this old tree Digimon. Jureimon or something. Jureimon or whatever. Jureimon, there you go. Jureimon. Translates to Cherrymon in English, well, the English dub anyway. So we need to fight Jureimon. Only with Metal Garurumon, but let's face it, this fight isn't that tough. Jureimon goes down pretty easily. Well, Yamato's definitely crossed into prickish territory. He's picking on the elderly now. I mean, come on, Doraemon looks pretty darn old. It's not very nice picking on the elderly. They can't fight back. Well, if they can, and you know, it's rare. But like I say, Doraemon's not a difficult fight at all. You shouldn't really have any difficulty. Just keep spamming this move, and he'll go down quickly enough. I wouldn't worry too much about SP. He goes down before you should run out. Well, he should go down before you run out. So it's just a case of spamming the fuck out of this move until he's dead. We're nearly there. See, Scorpio and Kiwimon were tougher fights than he is. One more should do it. That attack actually did quite a hefty amount, but still no match for Metal Garurumon. You should have no trouble with Doraemon at all. Easy, easy fight. And with that, Gabumon levels up, and yeah, see you next time.